Forcing things to work in your life. Have you ever held on to something so tightly, an idea, a relationship, a dream, just because you wanted it to work? Even when everything around you screamed that it wasn't meant to be, you kept pushing, kept trying, kept forcing it to happen. Why do we do that? Why do we force things in our lives even when they clearly don't fit? 1. The fear of letting go. Sometimes we force things to work because we're scared of what happens if we stop trying. A relationship that isn't bringing you peace? You tell yourself, maybe if I change, if I try harder, if I just give it more time. A job that drains you? Maybe if I push through, if I prove myself, if I just ignore how unhappy I feel. We convince ourselves that quitting means failure, that letting go means we've wasted our time. But here's the truth. Nothing is wasted if it teaches you something. Holding on to something that isn't working won't magically make it better. Sometimes the strongest thing you can do is walk away. But that's easier said than done, isn't it? 2. The illusion of control. We like to believe that we're in control, that if we just try hard enough, think smart enough, work long enough, we can make anything happen. But life doesn't always work like that. Ever tried to fit the wrong puzzle piece into a spot where it almost fits? You twist it, press harder, tell yourself maybe it just needs a little force, but deep down, you know it doesn't belong there. That's how life is sometimes. Some things are not meant for us. Some opportunities are not ours to take. Some people are not meant to stay. The more we force, the more exhausted we become. And eventually, we have to ask, am I actually moving forward? Or am I just draining myself trying to control something that isn't mine to control? 3. The fear of uncertainty. We hold on to things because the unknown is terrifying. Think about it. What if you leave that relationship and never find love again? What if you quit that job and end up broke? What if you walk away from something familiar and realize you made a mistake? That fear keeps us stuck. It makes us believe that any situation, no matter how bad, is better than the uncertainty of starting over. But here's a secret. Life only moves forward when you're willing to step into the unknown. No one ever grew by staying in the same place, forcing the same things to work, ignoring the signs that it's time to move on. 4. The stories we tell ourselves. Sometimes we force things to work because we've told ourselves a story that we refuse to change. I can't quit because successful people never give up. I have to stay because I've already put in so much effort. If I leave now, people will think I failed. But what if we're wrong? What if real success isn't about forcing things, but about knowing when to pivot? What if changing the plan isn't failure, but wisdom? What if the people who truly succeed are the ones who recognize when something no longer serves them? Maybe the story we should be telling ourselves is this: I deserve things that align with me, not things I have to force. So, what's the alternative? Instead of forcing things to work, what if we tried flow instead of force? Trusting that if something keeps resisting us, maybe it's not meant for us. Listening to the signs instead of ignoring them. Believing that letting go doesn't mean failure. It means making space for something better. Because here's the truth. The things meant for you, they won't have to be forced. They will challenge you. Yes, they will require effort. Absolutely. But they won't require you to constantly fight against reality just to make them fit. So ask yourself, what am I forcing in my life right now? And more importantly, what would happen if I stopped?